Hey guys, what's up? NPSTD here and welcome back to another exciting Blender tutorial. So in today's tutorial we are going to learn how we will simulate the hair dynamics inside Blender. It is super easy to create. So this tutorial is inspired by this Marble Plus YouTube channel, and he simulated this cool looking grass, kind of a grass simulation using, here you can see, a Blender physics. So I'm going to do the same inside Blender, and first we will see how we can create stairs very quickly, and later I will also show you how to create a realistic falling ball animation. After that we will see how we can simulate the hair and how we can tweak the shape, and also how we can apply different kind of a material, and we will also notice and we will also basically create the hair colliding with other objects just like stair and the floor. So this tutorial gonna be a fun tutorial and also a lot of stuff you will learn today. Without any more delay, let's get started this amazing tutorial. And guys, before moving further, why not you can just press the like button and subscribe our channel so that we can grow fast and we reach 100k as soon as possible. So let's get started. Here I am using Blender 4.3. We will see how to create the stair. So first Shift A and create a cube. Press 3 and just move this above the surface. You can also enable this snapping tool and choose this to the grid, so whenever you will move it will snap perfectly on the grid. And since I am doing a physics simulation and I have noticed like Blender physics works on the bigger scale, so I'm going to scale the overall scene later. So go inside the edit mode, press 2 and select this edge, Control B, bevel this, and I'm just dragging my mouse, and if I'll increase by scrolling my middle mouse button, I can add a bunch of edge loops, and I'll click to release. And here in the bevel parameter you will notice a couple of things. So first in the segments, maybe I will go with the 20. This is profile type. Here I will change this to the custom, and in the preset I will choose step. So you will notice we have a good looking stair going on. And once this setting is changed, so let me again delete this and create a cube and just move this on top of here. Tap to go inside the edit mode and make sure to X-ray vision enable. Press 1 to vertex selection mode, GY, and just move it around here. And after that I will go to edit mode, select this edge, Control B, and here you can see this is fun. So I like this much of scale, I guess. Let's create a plane and this will be our ground. So just scale it like too much scale, rename this to the ground. Disable X-ray mode. I will select our stair, Control S to save this, and here I will select this stair and Control A to apply the scale. Here you can see our dimension is around 2.5 meters, so I want to scale it even more, so I'll select both this ground and stair and just scale it around this much and just move it on top of the ground. So I like this much scale. Control A and apply the scale. It is very necessary whenever you are playing with the physics. In the modifier panel I will select this stair and I will add a bevel modifier once again, making the edge smooth here. And in the amount panel I will just reduce the number. Shift A and let's add the camera. Control Alt number pad 0, so it will snap your camera to your current view. I can go to the view option and camera to view, so I can position my camera wherever I want. And in the camera properties I can also make the focal length around 85. I like this frame. Once you are done with framing, just uncheck this camera to view. So basically you will lock your camera, Control S to save it. Now let's create a sphere and just put it around here. Let me set auto smooth and just position it around here. So make your stair and everything a bit bigger than your sphere. Just move this a bit up, and I will select this ball and Control and apply the scale. For everything, apply the scale. Select this ball and apply rigid body physics, and also select the stair and apply rigid body, and make the stair as a passive body, and let me play. So you can see something is happening, but I want to roll the ball down, so this is not doing itself. So let me try with a mesh, so maybe it works. So let me play. Not perfectly. I will also change the stair as a mesh. Let me try with the force field. Like I can also add wind. Just place the wind over here, rotate this, and let me add the strength around 100 and flow 1, and let me play and check. So something we are getting, and also this ball is colliding, basically going inside the floor, so I can also apply a rigid body for the floor and make it passive. So something nice, but I'll select the ball and let me try with the convex hull. This is also nice. I want to enable the wireframe so I can see if this ball is also rolling. Yeah, this is rolling. Nice. I can just turn down the strength around 45. Yeah, this is nice. This is what actually I want. So I like it. So I can define like 180 frame is looking nice for me. So I will just change end 180. So what I will do, I will select this and press F3 and choose bake into keyframe, and make sure rigid body bake into keyframe is selected, and click, and it will ask you to the frame range. So this is the right frame range. I will hit OK, and it will basically bake our simulation into keyframes. So if I will select and remove all the rigid body from everywhere, it will still react and behave accordingly, as you can see. So I like it. Also I will delete our wind. So we are good till here. The next step is to add hair. Okay, so before adding hair, why not we can fix the lighting. So once we will add the hair, it will look nice. To the rendered mode, go to the cycles and GPU. I'll go to the world tab, and in the color parameter I'll go to the environment texture, open, and here I can load any 360. I downloaded these from HDRI Heaven or Poly Heaven, so I can load one of these, and you can see this is looking nice. I can go here and just basically turn down the opacity for the wireframe. So this is looking nice. I can also select the camera, go to the camera properties, viewport display, and enable this to 1, and I can go to the world shader properties, shader editor, and world properties, and here I can select my HDRI, Control T, and I can rotate this, so I can basically changing the light direction. So you can choose based on your need. So I like this one. Even I can just turn the intensity for the HDRI to around 0.5, and I can even go to the light and add some extra light here into the scene, and I can bump the intensity to around 1000. Here you can see, just make it on top, and go to the timeline, go to the first frame, and let me play, and you can see this is looking really nice. I can also enable the denoise for now. Now the next step is you can apply the textures, but I like this white look, and I want to add the hair dynamics next. I'll select the ball, and I'll go to the particle section, and here click on the plus icon, and you can see it is emitting the particles, but we want hairs. So here is a hair, so I'll select the hair, and if I'll play, you can see this to the 100 for now, so less hair, so we can work faster. And in the hair length I will just make it 1 even, so our hair length is also smaller. So let's prepare or set up in a way so we can also see the render and also work in the viewport. So I'll click my mouse here and drag, and this will be our camera view. Press T and hide everything, also this navigation tool, and this will be our 3D viewport. Okay, so I will select this, and first thing which will excite you more, call hair dynamics. So if I'll enable this, now you can see, but if you will notice, this hair is going inside our floor and it is not interacting with our stair as well. As to fix this, I can enable the collision. So I will select the stair, go to the physics properties and enable collision, and same way I can select the floor and enable collision. And if I play now, you will notice clearly it is colliding with our floor. Here you can see this is properly colliding with our floor. Maybe you will notice we have very less segments into our hair, so that's why it's not looking right. I will select this sphere, go to the physics properties, and in hair dynamics we have a bunch of stuff. So in the quality steps you can increase it, but definitely it will slow down your simulation. But I will share my settings which I did for the preview artwork, so you can do that. So segments 5 is fine, and this quality step 5 is fine. Next I will go to the viewport display, and here is strand steps. So if I'll zoom over here, you will notice all these. I hope this is clear to you, maybe like this. Here you can notice all these edges, and if I'll increase this, you can see this is making this smooth. So for the viewport I will just go with the 6, and if your viewport is slow, you can just keep this parameter low. And guys, make sure this is viewport purposes. For the render you have to go to the rendered, and here in the step I have to make it 6 as well as. So let me go one step behind and let me play, and you will notice now this is looking really nice. It is interacting with our object, and also at the same time it is behaving very naturally and looking really nice. So let's talk about the shading and the shape changes for the hair dynamics. So if I go to the rendered mode and let me disable the denoise, I want to add the textures. So here and here I will change this to the object. Make sure your sphere is selected and go to the material properties and click new, so it will add a new material. Here I will add ball, so this material I will assign to the ball. Click plus icon and new, and this will be hair. So this material I will assign for the hair. So make sure in the hair I will delete this principal BSTF, and in the surface I will search hair and I will choose hair, principal hair BSTF. But here you will not notice anything. To make this appear here, I will go to the sphere particle parameter, and here in the rendered mode I will change the material from ball to hair, and now you can see this is appeared. So here in the color I can change the color, and I can choose any color which I like. And to change the hair shape, what I can do, I can go to the hair properties, and there is one option called hair shape. So if I'll come back here, this is diameter root, basically works in the center, basically in the root around here. So if I'll increase this, you will notice this is increasing the overall hair shape, but it increasing from the root, you can see. So it's up to you how much you want to keep, and this is a tip, so it will work from this side. So if I'll increase the tip, so you can see this is, and let me click here, and let me go to the timeline panel, and if I'll play, you can see this is how easy this hair simulation is. And this is diameter scale, so it basically scale everything, I guess. So it's up to you how much you want. And here is the number. So if I'll increase the number to 1000, and let's go and start from the starting. So you can see, let's change this to something like this. And here anytime I can just make the strength longer and it will behave accordingly, you can see. And if you make your hair shape a bit smaller like this, so it will look, and let's make it 10,000. Let's go to the first. It will take some time to simulate, but it will start behaving proper like actual hair. But the reason why we are making this tutorial is something else, like we will make the diameter root around like 5, because I want to make hair more like bigger, and tip like 1. So I like this. Let's go to the first frame, and even if you want, you can just make the hair length smaller or bigger. I have a couple of more tips which I want to quickly share with you. Add more randomization into your scene. What I can do, I can basically add a new force field called turbulence, and in the turbulence setting, let's add 50 in starting and size around 0.5. So basically it's start affecting from here. So see, if I will just delete the turbulence and go to the first frame, you can see this is very, let me change the size to, you can see this is going very straight and in a linear kind of a movement. But once we will add the turbulence and with our settings like 50 and around I can just 0.5 and flow 1, you can see it's start getting random from the beginning. And even just I can make the size 2, so you can see these kinds of weird stuff. So it's up to you how much you want to affect everything, and this will behave accordingly. The next thing which I want to talk about, there is an option called children. So here if I'll increase to 100, so you can create a bunch of animation like 1, then 100, then 500, and then 1000, you can see, and you can render out. But here is another thing which I want to talk about. So this is one root, right? And there is an option called children. So if I'll go to the simple one, you can see instantly we are getting a bunch of hair in place of one, and it will be around the one hair. So and it will try to follow the same movement and everything will be the same. So it is another way to add like a bunch of hair without increasing this emission number. So you can see, I will go to the ball section, and here I will also make this to similar to our hair. So I'll select the sphere, go to the properties, and let's go with the 1. And you can see, let's go with the 500 number. And whenever you want to see do the rendering, make sure to bake your simulation first. So go to the cache, and here make sure to match your frame range and just click bake, and it will bake all the simulation. So here you can see, and in the render properties I can select our hair, and right now it's shiny, so I can just increase the roughness for both, so it will be very rough. You can also reduce one of these to add some reflection or glossiness back. I can change the hair color any. So this is pretty much it. Another extra tip I want to share with you called curling. So if I'll select this and go to the basically the children, this is clumping. So in clumping there is a twist, so I can also play with the twist, and you can see with these, let me make it a bit, and I can just also play with these settings as well as, and if I'll play, it will behave like we have some kind of curly hair going on, and since our shape is a bit bigger, that's why it will look a bit maybe weird. So I guess guys, make sure to make it 10 here as well as. So before catching, I can just delete the back, and these things will work as well as. So I guess you learned something today with this tutorial, and you can hit the like button. And if you want to know a bit more stuff with hair and also want to see some other examples, please hit the like button and also leave a comment so that I can make a second version of the hair simulation, and where we can try a kind of a different scene. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks for loving me. I am NBS3D, and I will see you next time. Until then, keep working, keep smiling guys. Bye bye and take care.